they know what tastes good. So everybody now is getting conscious of getting good things, good houses, good finishes, you know. So this is really putting pressure on every contractor to try and achieve quality. Otherwise, you will be left out.
And that's the vein you have, that's the trend you're taking. I know Jama Construction along the Banjul Breweries Road, and now you've moved to a massive place, meaning that you are constantly empowering yourself as work comes in. Now, how is technology helping you or contractors or builders complete or do their work with that finesse that was lacking before, when the technological revolution wasn't very visible as it is now?
Well, Malik, now because of the technology, things are done faster. Quality is improved. And because of high level of education, the people in the professional industry are also becoming more sophisticated in delivering not only the quality required, but also within the time and budget. All these are made possible because of the transition from using crude system of operation to more sophisticated level of operation. And financially too, more banks came into this country now, and they are ready to back up contractors who are doing well. And as a result, financing is not as difficult as it used to be when you have few banks, and they were very tight-fisted in giving out loans to contractors. Now it's like more of partnership in most cases.
You have institutions like GTTI, the University of the Gambia, the lecturing on construction and other related fields. What is your take on employing Gambians having gone through these institutions?
Okay, Gambians are very hardworking and talented if they are ready to work.
If they are ready to work.
Exactly.
Underline that.
Exactly.
Good.
Here we have attitudinal problems most of the time. People don't realize that time is money in most cases. So you find that in most cases you have idle time. What you see is left to the construction industry to see how to get around this. Because if you employ people and you are paying them, they also have to deliver and deliver well. Malik, we came up with what we call business policies and also performance-related pay using performance indicators to try and control each and every individual that are working for us, and they are evaluated every month out of 100 score. So this motivates them to work harder, because there is an agreement that, for example, if you score 50%, you'll be sacked. And if you score 90% above, for example, you get automatic promotion and a salary increase, and only God knows how high it will be. It all depends on your output, the input and output. How much are you delivering? Well, you see, if we don't use those methods of control in the Gambia, it will be very difficult to make it, because everywhere you go, you see things that dishearten you, things that are very unproductive, things that are very time-wasting, things that, sometimes make you go crazy. Make sure we respect time, make sure we deliver quality, make sure we work within budgets as far as construction industry is concerned, because these are the three main things: cost, quality, and time. These are key. We cannot achieve these things if Gambians are not ready to work, if Gambians are not ready to be responsible, To be responsible is very important in one's life. Sometimes, for example, Malik, people will absent themselves without permission. This is serious. Even if you are sick, get a relative to call and say, I'm sick, I can't come to work. But Gambians take things for granted too much. And I think this is what we need to fight against. But the best thing to do is throw the ball in their court through performance-related pay, performance indicators, so that whoever fails you know that he is failing himself. And that's the method we intend to apply for the rest of our life.
This is a funny story. A staff failed to go to work, and when the boss called the staff, why didn't you come to work? She replied, it was raining. How would you deal with a staff like that?
Interesting. Malik, we came up with a system of whatever you are doing to yourself. Meaning, if you don't turn up for work, you lose a day's pay. No, so that come rain or hell, you should report to work. No? Because it's your duty, you sign it. You are paid for it. If you don't come, you shouldn't be paid for it. Now, when Gambians realize this, they automatically become responsible. Because they know that if I should receive 5,000 at the end of the month, you receive less. This will discourage you not to go to work. But if you say, mashallah, then they take it for granted. Somebody does it tomorrow, another person will do it. It goes on, and you have more idle time, less production, less efficiency, and gradually, if you don't mind, your company will go bankrupt. So we shouldn't allow that. Anybody working for a company, you should do your best to ensure that the company survives. You know, because it's not just for us alone. We are doing this for generations yet unborn. No one alone can fight poverty. It's a collective responsibility of all of us. So I do my bit, and you do your bit, and we try and save the next generations so that they build on what we develop. But if you are useless, what do you expect them to be? So we have to change our attitudes.
How organized is the construction fraternity in this country?
Well, very fragile, you know.
Meaning you don't have an association? I guess you do.
No, we have an association. We have an association. We have an association for contractors and also for consultants. And occasionally, you know, they have a collective meeting, you know, especially maybe at annual level, you know, where maybe new executives are selected and all that. But it is not how I want to see it, honestly.
That's the fragility you're talking about now.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what are the bottlenecks in that? What is actually happening to make these associations be prone to fragility? Fragile, cannot come together, cannot implement things together. Why? Why is it taking place?
Maybe one, different interest, and not having time for the association. You know, sometimes I call meetings, maybe only a few will turn up. You know, there are times we try to organize sister organizations, but to get people to meeting, it's also a problem in Ghana, even to get started. And once you just started, to make it, you know, to realize it becomes difficult, because anything you set up, it needs to be regularly, you know, followed. Now, lack of follow-up, a lack of additional meetings to make it solid is always absent. So in the end, it just collapses like a pack of house.
Most of the time, young people do not have a mentorship. They do not cherish what their predecessors have achieved. Do you think that this award, this International Quality Summit Award given to you this year in New York.